wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to the frozen north, which is where I wish I was right now because the Japanese summer has started kicking in, and it's rather unpleasant. It was a proper humid, nasty day today, but we are happy to be here up in Icewind Dale once more, and happy to be with all of you lovely people, including the lovely Tally. Thank you so much for the subscription. Hey Marin, and to Alusha and Crystal, welcome on in. It's lovely to have so many of you here already waiting to go. It's lovely to be starting with all of you peeps watching already. And a massive thank you to everyone who can join us live, and of course to everyone in the VOD squad who catches up with the adventurers after the fact whenever they get the chance to do so. It is always appreciated. And welcome once more to Rime of the Frostmaiden. Now, it's a very peaceful start today. My players are like, is this the same campaign? Everyone was freaking out. It's like, why is it so nice? What's going on? It has the opposite effect of making them nervous instead. It's like, what is it? What? Anyway, let me start off by welcoming and thanking someone new. I'll say one last thank you to the wonderful CZRPG for sponsoring the fantastic fortnight leading up to our anniversary last weekend. All of the incredible giveaways that they gave for all that wonderful time. And they actually joined us as well for a guest appearance on our opening session of Candlekeep Mysteries on Saturday. And it was an absolute pleasure to work with them. And we have already started talking in the background about when we can play together again someday in the future. And they joined us all the way from Brazil for that session on Saturday. And it was awesome. Really good stuff. Now, as we say thank you and farewell for now to them, we say hello to a new sponsor. As you can see, lurking over the Roll20 VTT there, we have our little cute friend here in the shape of Cardboard Monster. A massive thank you to Cardboard Monster for sponsoring us in the run-up to something rather special that's going to be happening next month. And that's, for now, I shall just give you the teaser name. Some of you already heard some stuff about it, I'm sure. It was officially announced on Saturday, so anyone watching that has already heard. But next month, we have the incredible Antipodean All-Stars one-shot. And leading up to that, the Australian-based games company Cardboard Monster has very graciously agreed to sponsor our shows leading up to this said Antipodean All-Stars show. And if you are in Australia, I mean, you could do it from anywhere in the world, but the packaging and the shipping costs would make it rather null and void. But if you are in Australia, please do head on over to Cardboard Monster and use the promotion code Phoenix Iwaki for a discount on your order. Let me do this, if I can remember the command. Was that the right one? It was! Yes! If you're in Australia, head on over to the excellent Cardboard Monster and you can use the code Phoenix Iwaki for a 15% discount on your orders on their online store. So please do go on over there and show them that's all of our wonderful Australian viewers, as we know there are a good chunk of you are happy and excited about all the new tabletop games that they have available there. So once more, a massive thank you to Cardboard Monster for sponsoring us up to this Antipodean All-Stars event, which I'm very excited about. I'm trying to control myself. I shall talk about it later. Now, also saying thanks to various Antipodean Down Under Australian lovely people, let us also say a massive hello and thank you to all the great folks at Sirenscape. Head on over there and give them a free try. If you cancel within the month, you do not owe them a thing, and you get to try out all of their different bits and bobs and try all of the music and sound effects that they have in your games, which just makes the whole experience wonderfully just the ambience and the depth of the feeling of the what's going on around you, and you know, music makes such a difference in the background of any situation, any scene. I would say I'm most proud of using Sirenscape in my Curse of Strahd games. So on a Thursday, if you have time, do swing on by and see how Sirenscape combined with Roll20's dynamic lighting can really, really terrify people in a good way. Consensual terrorizing. Don't worry. Now, moving on, let us also, speaking of sounds and music and the like, say a massive thank you to the YouTube channels of our choice: Dark Fantasy Studio, Travis Savoy, and Epic Journey. Head on over to any of the VODs on our YouTube channel to see what's going on there and get all of the links that will lead you to all of their incredible sounds and music that you can use in your games when you get the chance. And speaking of, one more link you'll find over there is to the incredible Will Savino on Patreon, a very, very prolific producer of music for your games, and well worth your patronage. And finally, there's one more member here. Let me jump on over here. But we're in the wrong spots. Okay, sorry. I thought it was not going to be you that was missing.
Oh, it's me.
It's you. Hello, you. Da-da-da. Okay, everyone, sorry. Let me just do a quick musical cheers. Behave. Okay. And fly, Josh, fly. And fly, Carl, fly. Whee. And last but not least, Sarah.
That should be easy enough for you to do.
Fly. Yes, indeed. Little bird, little bird. Okay. Now, sorry, everybody. Just get everyone in the right spots, and then we are all yours. Zoop. Done and done. Okay, I'm getting faster at that every time. Right, so now Cardboard Monster is on my head. Josh, we have a new sponsor. The wonderful Cardboard Monster from Australia, giving us 15% off for our Australian viewers if they go on their online store until that wonderful Antipodean All-Stars session in next month. In round about a month from now. More information later. Now, as I was saying, yes, thank you to all of those wonderful folks, those YouTube channels. Do head on over to see the links there and enjoy all of the great sounds that they have. And also the wonderful James's RPG art for these animated things that you can see lurking in the background. And with that said, let us quickly go around the screen here and hear who these fine folks are and who they are playing and what they are up to and what they're feeling about things at the moment. Oh, actually, before that, I should do the recap first so we know where we're coming from. Last time, all of you fine adventurers woke up in East Haven, or found yourselves in East Haven, and you'd had your quick debrief with the speaker and got your reward for dealing with the Durgar fortress and the strange demonic crystals that had found their way into circulation around Icewind Dale. Mockingbird, before bedding down for the night, took a walk out on the ice by the lake Lackdenashire and burnt the logbook that he had found when he woke up and became conscious on the ice several months ago? Years ago? How long is it? I'm not sure quite how long it is.
I believe, depending on how long the campaign's gone, closer to 3 years.
Right. So, with that link to his past, none too welcome reminder of what's going on with him and the hag that dwells in the caves on Lackdenashire, he decided to sever ties and burn the book. And as he finished doing so and started heading back to town, he was confronted by a different part of his past as two drow members of Bregan Death loomed out of the darkness to confront him and ask him just what is he up to and why isn't he on mission like he was supposed to be. And he found out that he was sent up here just in case the Bregan Death leader, Jarlaxle, the famous drow mercenary, got himself in a spot of bother as he feared, and unfortunately his fears were justified, and it does seem that he has been incarcerated in a very high security prison even further north in the ice and snow called Revel's End, which does sound like a fitting place for Jarlaxle to finish. But Mockingbird was placed here in that instance, in that eventuality, so that he would be able to rescue Jarlaxle, and Bregan Death were pressuring him to get on that as quickly as possible. But Mockingbird insisted that he do one thing to make that more possible, to free him from said ties to that horrible hag near East Haven, and he bought himself a little time. As the rest of the team woke up the next day and bought themselves some healing potions with their ill-gotten gains, well-gotten gains, I suppose, and then you all travelled without event all the way to Goodmead, back home once more, where you started this whole adventure. And in the mead hall there, you confronted the barman, Darkinios, because you had found out that he had been responsible for creating whatever Toln is. This construct, this half machine, half organic thing. Apparently after the original Toln had died, and you had confronted Darkinios about that, fearing that he had some sinister motives at heart, but discovered that he merely wants to discover and perfect a way to save people on the brink of death. And he swore emotionally with Toln that they would work together to save as many people as possible. And there he is, CZ! Hello, thank you so much for everything over the last couple of weeks. You're an absolute legend, and thank you for Saturday too. It was a pleasure. Now, that said, we find ourselves with Darkinios' secret laboratory opened up in the mead hall. As Suyalo was like, these walls aren't right, there's something strange here. And we did find a strange, bubbling vats, covered glasswork, test tubes, Bunsen burners, all kinds of strange alchemical apparatus, just infused room that was hidden away in the mead hall here, as Darkinios had been monitoring Toln's development and trying to see how this latest version of his technology was working. So, that said, let us jump round and reintroduce ourselves to these lovely people. Soyala, who are you? Who are you playing, and where are they at right now?
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Sarah, and I play Soyala, the life cleric, and she's feeling pretty happy that Toln, I guess, kind of got some fatherly closure. I don't know. It was a very nice experience. It went from something that didn't seem like it was going to be good to a pleasant experience.
Hooray!
So she's enjoying that bit right there.
Now we just wait for that pendulum to swing back the other way. Mockingbird, who are you? Who are you playing, and where are they at?
Yes. My name is Carl. I'm playing Mockingbird, the rogue with more personality disorders than multi-classes. And most recently, Toln's hype man, as he reunited with his creator in the tavern.
I've got a dad. It's not this guy.
Yeah, it's his something, and trying to work that crowd in his favor.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you swept in at the end there and roused the crowd, and in his favor, as Toln is trying to get selected as Speaker of Goodmead. Toln, who are you? Who are you playing, and where are they at, sir?
Hey, I'm Josh. I play Firema on Fridays. Today I play Toln. Toln is a bit emotionally conflicted because he's found out he's dead, but not dead. He's been revived as this mechanical structure, and he didn't agree to it, but maybe it's better than being dead, and he sees the potential of being able to use this technology to help other people not die. And with the opening of the secret door, he of course had two thoughts. His first thought is, wow, I can use this machinery to make some really great beer. And his second thought is, wait, no, we should probably use that to save people's life instead. So that's where we are.
Thank you. Awesome. Right, so let me just tip tap here. Now, as this secret panel behind the strange carvings in the wall of the meat hall here slides to the side here. You see the strange, dull green glow of rather alien-looking apparatus and various vats, almost looking like a hot tub, almost, of this strange liquid in the middle of the room, and the little vents of steam off on the side, and across the other side of the laboratory, with all of its strange, intricate glasswork and tools and various implements hanging up in a very neat and tidy manner alongside the bank on bank of small drawers of various components and things. Toln, you're very excited to try this out for yourself and see what benefits you can glean from this laboratory as well. And there is a large kind of gurney, which is also swiveling, so it's kind of tilted upright. It has restraints for keeping, the person from injuring themselves and throwing themselves off when it's in use. And then your eyes are kind of immediately drawn across the room, across this laboratory, to a tall, cylindrical glass kind of structure with fairly ornate pipes and metallic caps on the top, and certain fluids pumped in and out of it and lit from the base of said container. And as your eyes are drawn to it, you also hear a voice. And all of you, as you hear this voice, you see buoying up in the liquid inside, with little bubbles rising up around it, what is very clearly a small brain, with a certain part of the brainstem still hanging off the back like a kind of vestigial tail. And you all hear this voice. Ah! Darkinius, you're back. It's a pleasure. Darkinius, what are you doing? There are other people here. Everyone can see me. What are you doing?
Is that a brain?
I think so. Hello. I'm Tom. I assume some time ago I was over there, and he points at the gurney.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm here again. So hello.
And
Mockingbird's
Darkinius,
just going to walk to the top to the bar and just take a bottle of wine from under the counter and just start going to town.
No problem. There was a Darkinius kind of shuffles past you and sidles into the laboratory, and he's like, don't worry, Faffelby, it's okay. And the brain's voice rings out again, from not quite sure where from, and he's like, well, I must say, I feel rather exposed. I mean, Darkinius, I've become accustomed to your visits, but to have so many eyes on one's person. It's like, oh, it's not the time to be shy, Faffelby.
Well, Darkinius, my friend tells me you are quite the purveyor of white cloths. Perhaps you can simply cover.
Would you like that, Faffelby? Should I hide you away? No, why not? I think I should be loud and proud. Here I am. Regard, all of you.
It's quite a unique sight.
How exactly
Darkinius, what's going on?
Yeah, is there some sort of contraption, or is it just coming from the cylinder?
Faffelby was one of my earlier attempts. Someone who met their untimely end, much as you did, Tom. But I was not able to save enough of their body and musculature to produce something such as yourself. But they are very keen mind, and they have been very helpful and actually responsible for quite a lot of your advancements, Tom?
Well, I suppose we'll be working together.
Oh, well, I hope that you are of a like mind and able to keep up with the high level of academic recourse that happens in this room. And
Well, I like to think that I'm smart, but most of what I know is engineering and beers, so...
well, you're halfway there anyway. Don't know why anyone would partake of those intoxicants. And the brain almost kind of, in the fluid, it kind of dips towards Mockingbird. Somehow. Kind of managing to look disapprovingly at him.
It numbs the pain of
Oh,
all this.
they'll come around. Don't worry about it. We'll get them.
Yeah, so you're probably quite interested.
Yeah, I'm just kind of watching it right now.
Yeah, just medically speaking. It's like, what is going on here? Okay.
Yeah, it's generally not alive if I get to see it.
True. Yes, I think you've probably in your training or in some rather more serious accidents that you've witnessed, you may have seen a brain or two, but not quite so eloquent. And what is the plan for everyone here? Are you going to spend the night here now?
I would guess.
What time is it?
Time
Belle?
is it? It only took us like a couple hours to get here, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you had already travelled from Caer Dineval down to East Haven. Oh no, you stayed in East Haven, didn't you? So yeah, it's lunchtime. So
Well, Tom,
Yeah,
do you want to catch up with your new old friends, or shall we get going?
I suppose I could. Especially, I'd like to stay. We do have pressing matters. Is it really okay?
Darkinius is like, oh no, I insist. You must stay for an overhaul and a checkup. We need to collect all of the data from your memory and see how you've been performing and then figure out any kinks in the armor, shall we say? And he's like, ding ding ding, raps you on the chest.
Oh, yes. Actually, I got hit quite hard right here.
I think
The dent hasn't come out.
I think some of this would bear to be replaced, don't you think?
Maybe. Anyway, is it okay, Mockingbird? I mean, you're the one with the pressing needs, I think.
Just take whatever time you need. I'm gonna need some time to recover from this, and I'm not even tangentially related to what's going on here. I'm just gonna kind of stumble outside of the room.
The meat is quite good.
I know. Bartender! Oh god, wait.
Yes.
If you don't mind, yeah, I'll also stick along or stay with Toln, just kind of watch what's going on.
Thank you, Soyale. That would be most helpful. And Darkinius is kind of like much brighter than before. It seems. Yeah, he's like, it seems like he was trying to be, discreet and just like out of the eye, as much as possible. Before, when he was just
to be discreet.
when he was observing things, but now that the cat is out of the proverbial bag, he is quite.
He's ready to reveal his actual name is Darkinius Brightcowl.
No. He's still Shadow Cowl, proud and of that family name. long line of alchemists. By the way, I got some good news. I'm sorry to distract here. A little sneak preview for everyone. After our Antipodean All-Stars game, I've already got some things in the works here. A certain CGRPG over there in chat will be joining us, as well as a very wonderful dice maker from Taiwan, or based in Taiwan, Phoenix Dice, a good name as well, will also be joining us, as well as our artist for Candlekeep Mysteries, Kaz the DM. And they will be joined. They don't even know this yet. So CGRPG. I'm not sure if you know her. Maybe you might know her. The author of the one-shots up in the mountains that was Darkinius's evil co-worker before and created all of that stuff will be joining us for that game too. The Arcane Library, if anyone is familiar. A very big fan over here. Use their work all the time. Yeah, do you know Arcane Library, CZ? Similar fields to you. A DM's Guild neighbor. I'm very, very excited that she's going to be joining us. It's going to be a good time. No, anyway, sorry, I digress. So, Mockingbird, you are being a barfly and just propping up the bar. And, you know, this is one of those places where everybody knows your name, as they like to say. Dun, da, 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 da. Yeah, so, and you hang out there and everyone's like, hey, Mockingbirds, oh, hey. And then people come in as the afternoon kind of wears on. And you can just hear various noises and bubbling and hammering and like hang on, I've got some strange noises here. Hang on, let's try this. What's this one? Okay, that happens. Yep, I'm gonna use this plasma cutter. Just using a plasma cutter here on the back here. Okay, and then just use this. Just check you out with this biospectrometer. Okay, yeah. Checking there. Okay.
Feels quite strange.
I really don't know the process of how mead works. That could be legit.
So Yali, you see
I'm assuming I see some very strange instruments.
you do, and
equipment.
Darkinius also looks fairly kind of curious about what they're doing. He's not using them confidently. He's like, what's this do? And like fussing with bits and bobs.
So, how exactly have you come across these materials?
Oh, it is a very interesting thing. New acquisitions, you might say. When the townsfolk went up to rescue the goats, you know, as was their main priority after you killed those terrible beasts in the forest. Apparently, the beast's girlfriend had delivered something.
I'm not
Just
too
before your
sure. I
time,
came
yeah.
with this group quite after, I think,
Yeah.
the events of this
Oh
location.
yes, the metal.
Yes, there was Sorry, Mockingbird.
It was a bunch of shiny pieces of metal. They weren't doing that last time I checked.
I mean, maybe that's how she described it, but no, it was there was all sorts of interesting things in there. And Tom, if you'll permit me, I want to try out some of this material instead to replace your armor that's been damaged here.
I mean, I've already got a, crazy piece of black shard in my head. So, like, what's the worst it could do?
Yes, we will be working to figure out what that is. I'm waiting for word from the south. Waiting for word from Candle Keep. I sent a specimen, a sample over the mountains. It's actually how I found you. Now, I wonder. Let's test your memory here, Tom. Do you remember the name Cold Brew? Griff
Yeah.
Cold Brew.
No, I don't.
Really? Intriguing. Yes. Griff Cold Brew is a journeyman brewer from up in the Dwarven Valley. You two were firm friends before the accident. Doesn't ring a bell?
It seems not.
Curious. There still seems to be some work, some integration to be worked upon there with the synapses and the circuitry and the top there. Okay, yes, well, Griff Cold Brew waylaid me and my adventuring friends that I had employed. We, having made my escape from that terrible partner of mine, and all of the horrible things that she was doing up there in the mountains. I had to use the crystal. I had to get the crystal away and figure out what to use and how to replace it. So I entrusted a large sample of it to a group of adventurers, and we were traveling to the easier mountain pass across to the west there, in an attempt to traverse the mountains and get it back down to the south so it could be transported to Candle Keep. As a fine fellow I've met several times. I don't know if you've had the pleasure. His name is Arafor Tan. He promised to pass it off to some ship that was in Luskan, some burning Valentine, and it was going to transport it down to Candle Keep. But I'm not sure what happened. The adventurers left, and I stayed here. I trust they made it safely. Anyone watching that would like to find out what happened to those adventurers, please watch our Halloween one-shot from last year on YouTube. Yes, we were passing through Goodmead here, and that's when your friend, Griff Coldbrew, asked us, as we were clearly adventurous, well, my friends were clearly adventurous, he asked us to look into your disappearance, because you had been vanished for a couple of days. So we followed up on that disappearance, and that's when we found the avalanche. You asked if I had triggered the avalanche, but he kind of looks slightly embarrassed towards Soyala. I'm afraid you did that all by yourself when you rather drunkenly ventured into the mountains. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it seems like something I would do, honestly.
Well, I'm afraid, as I said before, we weren't able to save you, but you were very well preserved, has to be said. And, Faffelby and I were able to sort you out, no problem.
Oh, well, what can I say? Thanks for that. I guess I'm not dead.
But
Well-
what happened to the rest of you? Didn't you say that you journeyed with your family?
Me? No.
No? You went alone?
Yes, so far as I know, my family's in Gauntlgrim.
Wait, so have you ever gone to see them?
No.
No postcard?
I've only just remembered.
Oh. I'm gonna turn to the innkeeper. Does Goodmead sell postcards?
We don't get enough travelers coming through, really.
Huh. Well, maybe we should go back to East Haven. This is probably a high priority. You've never reconciled or met back with your family.
Would you want to?
Tom?
I don't know.
Error 404.
Family not found.
I'm sorry, family? What? No, I don't know.
Well, you have time to think on it. You don't. No pressure.
I don't even remember their names.
That's horrifying.
Well, that would be quite awkward.
Yes, I think so.
This Warforged turns up. I'm told I'm your son.
Who
Or
are
father.
you?
I don't quite remember.
By the way, thanks to all of this, Josh, in the future of Phoenix Iwaki games, anyone who wants to play a Warforged can now do so long as they come from Icewind Dale. Official. It's official. We have Warforged in our world.
It's official, yeah, I like it.
Now, We just have to figure out how they horribly died.
I think it's great. I think it's great.
Just all reborn. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's well, as I say, I don't remember their names, so I would like to maybe focus on that first. All I remember is that they lived in Gauntlgrim and they also liked beer.
Not a lot to go on, I'd imagine. From what I've seen of dwarves, that doesn't really narrow it down at all.
I was gonna say.
No, that's quite prejudiced. I didn't quite expect that.
I'm gonna turn to Soyala. Have you ever met a dwarf that doesn't partake in beer?
I think actually, maybe, yeah, but it is not very often.
I mean, my memory only extends back like 3 years, so my sample size might be limited.
Slightly, yeah.
We'll
But,
find them someday, Tom.
Mockingbird, as you're kind of perusing the bar and watching everything that's going on here, there's a very pronounced lack of Madame Dustbuckle.
Huh. Right. I was also keeping my eye out for our old pal Shandar. And neither of them have shown up?
Shandar is not around either, no.
Okay. And the son, Dustbuckle's son, is he around?
He went back to the main city. He went back to
Right,
Brimshanda, back to his Axbeak dealership.
I would turn to Mame and Tone after a little while, and I seem to be forgetting another face that was around this town. That woman whose son we helped out. And I'll kind of try to like describe her to the innkeeper. Is what was it? Dusty, filthy belt, Dusty Buckle, something like that. Is she still in town?
Oh, Madame Dustbuckle.
That's it.
I haven't seen her in here in a couple of days.
Only recently?
She was in 3 days ago.
Huh. Well, I need a walk anyway. Do the two of you wish to join me? I'm gonna go see what how she's doing. I need to get some fresh air. This entire area is just got my head spinning.
I would very much like to see her, but I'm currently a bit indisposed.
Yeah.
Could you
Just
check
up
on her?
Up on the gunny with your arms like fastened at your side.
Yeah, you look busy.
Yeah, I'm also
put-
a little busy too, kind of looking at the different parts that maybe he's taking. Maybe Darkinius is taking off cleaning. I'm not sure.
I didn't know that detaches. Okay.
Me
Oh, it's
neither.
okay. It goes back.
Right.
Don't worry.
Well, you lot finish whatever the hell is going on here, and I'll try to put the wine bottle on the table, which just falls off and falls onto the ground awkwardly. I'm gonna go make the rounds. I can't do this anymore. Just give me a second. And I'm gonna stand up and kind of hobble out the door.
Noted.
I do hope he doesn't go cause an avalanche.
Okay.
An avalanche of crime.
Right. So, as the work on Tolm continues, Soyala, you're helping out Darkinius and Faffelby as much.
Yeah, I also want
Professor
to.
Faffelby as it becomes found out later on.
Yeah, I want to also bring up. I've noticed that in the short time I've known Tolm, there was a little bit of a period that he was, I guess, hoarding things. Bit
Really?
of some strange behavior, but we were able to overcome it,
Oh,
and you're no longer holding on to those things.
I figured it out. I tinkered with this spray here, and I found that I can concentrate it and clean up a lot more.
Yes, I'm afraid that the exposure to the other crystal pieces up at the Duergar fortress may have warped the piece that is inside his mainframe and matrix.
See, I mean, we've seen a little bit of what happens when you are surrounded or touch or are near the Chardolin crystals. But you think this was only triggered mainly by being near them?
It seems like a sound idea. Yes, yes. Hopefully, yeah. And certainly, if Tom... Say this again. Tom, you say you found a way to deal with the problem yourself?
Oh yes. I've been tinkering with manipulating arcane energy, and I find if I figured it out.
And most interesting developments that you are able to analyze and help yourself. And Professor Faffleby's like, oh, to have arms.
Oh,
I could
no.
probably invent some arms that you could control. It's kind of my specialty.
We're gonna make something for him like freaking, what is it? Is it Krang or in the Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Well,
What's it called?
fighting the kobolds, it really inspired me, John.
Yes, there was a massive mech fight in Avernus on Friday. Okay. Anyway, Mockingbird, you sir are out in the snow. In the streets of Goodmead, trudging through, bundled up, even though, just for show, really. Just kind of force of habit, as you don't... The cold doesn't affect you now that you have these rather splendid boots of yours. And you make your way...
I'd have my hood on in a rogue-like fashion.
Of course.
As is normal.
Of course.
Rouge-like.
Let's see. Where is Goodmead? It's been a while. There we go. Ta-da! Now, if you remember, Madame Dustbuckles was this house down here on the southwest side of town. So you kind of trudge around the corner. Actually, you could probably go via the speaker's house, along the coast, along the lakeside would probably be faster. And you kind of just come out into the cold and snow, blustering around, and make your way in that direction. And the lunchtime twilight is quickly dwindling, and darkness is coming in once more, and you can see some folk of the town moving around, lighting the lanterns in the streets again, after pushing them out to save the oil as best they could during the strange twilight at lunchtime. And you see Madame Dustbuckle's house is completely dark, and there's no smoke from the chimney.
More dark than the houses of people who are out. Does it look like abandoned, or what's like the snow in front of the door, that whole chestnut, what's that looking like?
That's a good idea. Yeah, so you go up there and you do see it is undisturbed. It has been banked up for over the couple of days, and you, with your knowledge and your experience of being here, you would say that it's probably the amount of snow that's built up at the door is probably equivalent to the couple of days that Darkinius mentioned.
Right. All right. Well, I'll kind of, I guess, approach in a way that I'm not necessarily seen by everybody in town, those folk out who are lighting the lanterns and whatnot. And then I would, I guess, try to approach through the windows from the side, take a peek in, if they're not completely frosted over, see if I can see anything from the outside.
Now, Mockingbird. You're not taking up a life of crime, are you? It's Cecilia Whitebuckle, the trapper.
Oh, I mean, not in the past couple hours, no. Was just checking on an old friend. I
She's
guess.
coming in from the woods. It's good to see you again.
Likewise. Likewise.
Keeping yourself safe out of mischief?
Not at all. No. Things have been absolutely hellish out there. How are you?
Good. Although things have been rather boring round here after you lot left. There was
I envy you.
flurry of excitement whilst you were here. Although, less deaths as well, which is also a good thing.
I'm starting to wonder if we weren't actually the problem.
Um,
Seems to follow us wherever we go.
I don't think so. If anything, it was those trappers that were killed. You know, they must have disturbed the creature's lair when they were up in the woods. They must have gone off their normal routes and strayed into its territory or something. Things like that can be very territorial.
You darn trappers. Always poking the hornet's nest.
I stick to my regions. I don't fuss without. You know, I know where my traps are. I know where my snares are, and that'll do.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I know you're one of the good ones.
You're sticking around. Can you have a drink later?
I've already had too much. Yeah, that's why I'm out here. I need to get some fresh air before I paint the inside of the very nice veneer of that wood-paneled building. The bar.
She shakes her head and she's like, "Well, you clear yourself up. Otherwise, you'll not be able to keep up later." And she walks off.
Before you go. Actually, the reason I'm over here is apparently Dustbuckle. She's not been around for the past couple days. Doesn't look like she's been in. Do you know where she is? Hoping to make a courtesy call.
We're kind of assuming that she went to see her son. Last we heard, she was off to do some to fetch some lumber. She had a good axe with her, and she headed off to the woods. But then she didn't come back, so we assume she's gone off down to Brimshanda. But nobody's seen her for a couple of days now.
Last you saw, she went walking into the woods?
Well, just to chop down a tree or two.
An old woman of her condition?
Her condition? She could give you a run for your money. One of the finest lumberjacks in the town.
That's fair. Plenty of old ladies could probably give me a run for my money, but that's beside the point. I mean, does she make a habit of going out on her own? I would have thought lumberjacks stick together after the events of last couple weeks.
True, but she's a stubborn one.
That she is. Okay. Well, then I'll continue my walk. I'll see you later. Would you go get me a couple of rounds? I'll be there in maybe an hour.
Well, I've got to skin and clean this lot first. She has like a brace of hair.
Then I'll get you yours. How about that?
See you later. And that is that. Now, is there anything particular that people would like to do, or can we fast forward to tomorrow?
I would like to break into Madame Dustbuckle's home.
Okay, you do, and you see that everything is neat and tidy. There hasn't been a scuffle or any disturbance in here.
I'll take like 30 or 40 minutes to rearrange all the furniture and all the belongings in the home into a way that would be particularly confusing.
Gotcha.
Books in the kitchen, ingredients under the rug, things like that. Kind of giggle to myself before I leave and then go back to the bar.
Okay. So, having amused yourself, you return to your friends. Tom, Sayla, is there anything you would like to do?
I think we had a long rest, so I'm gonna cast Restoration on Mr. Mockingbird.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so I had the problem with the crystal in my brain, and I heard you had a similar problem, but it wasn't in your brain. You just touched it.
Uh, yeah, yeah. But I sat on it for much too long.
Oh, um,
I don't have a problem.
oh, well, just a second. And Toln just like touches your shoulder, and the spray that normally comes out just kind of like flows into his hand, um, and it casts lesser restoration on you.
Now, the most important question would be: does lesser restoration get it gets rid of things like poison? Does it cure my drunkenness? Does it make me sober?
It sobers you up and gets rid of any lingering problems you had from the throne.
Son of a bitch, Tone. Thank you, but also, ah, I'm gonna pull up another bottle of wine. Huh. It's like when you have a particularly annoying bard song stuck in your head for over a month or two, and then it just vanishes. You can't really appreciate it until it's gone. The fact that it's gone.
Tall of the mountains. What was it? I can't remember what it was.
There,
last week.
it's back again.
Um, I can make wine.
Oh no. It's just I have to drink it all over again, and it's a mild inconvenience. But no, honestly, thank you. I now no longer care if we go to the doctor's office. Odd. Whatever.
So yeah, anything from
It
you?
it doesn't cure the parasite problem. Just
No.
the struggling problem.
I know.
Right.
He had developed a sort of one-track mindset, a very dogmatic one-track mindset for certain things.
I see.
So yeah, that was his shtick until very recently. So
Noted.
he
Noted.
thanks you and continues trying to get hammered.
Okay. So
Yeah, no, I think I'm pretty good. Just yeah, learning lots of new things.
dudes.
Kind of sharing my own knowledge on some stuff and going back and forth, talking about times of, helping the people of the 10 towns as I travel along in my clinic. And hadn't been to Good Mead too often. I'm barely passing through, so just kind of talking about that.
Okay. Noted. Actually, so I was going to do this with Mame if she was here this week. Unfortunately, I'm still unable to join us. But Mame's friend, and she introduces you, thinking you would be interested, a male tiefling who has come down from Dugan's Hall to this this town instead. And she introduces him as the midwife. And he was up with his partner, but unfortunately, the partner was killed by the monster that had come down from the mountains. That's our brave adventurers here dispatched with. Again, thanks to the Arcane Library and the Halloween one-shots last year. And he said that there were just too many memories of his husband and the times they had and they had gone to Dugan's Hall to kind of be together, and so didn't want to be there anymore. So he came down here to Goodmead, and is actually started to kind of set himself up as the local medical person in the town here.
Very nice.
So
Yeah.
he picks your brain quite a lot about different bits and bobs and advice that you would have.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll spend, I guess, the rest of the day probably talking about, different herbs that maybe grow more in the north.
Yep.
That are maybe a little bit better for a salve or an ointment or, yeah.
Yep. Okay, thank you. Now, unless there's anything else that happens today, then you can all take a rest if you need one. Nothing this time. I don't think you do. Nothing particularly happened, and we shall move on to the next day. Tom. Constitution saving throw, please.
Natural 20.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Very good. As the evening wears on, Darkinius works tirelessly, far into the night, helping you out and sorting your repairs and upgrades. And he replaces various chunks of armor and sections of your outer body works with this material that he had salvaged from the creature's lair, along with these strange instruments and things that he was trying to help. Soyala, could you give me a medicine check as well, please?
All right. Oh, that was really bad. That's an 11.
11.
That's like
Okay.
a +8, but you
No
know.
worries. Yeah, unfortunately, even like looking at it together and trying to ponder out, you don't manage to figure out what any of those implements do, whilst you're testing them on your little guinea pig Tom here. Unfortunately, you can't quite figure out what they're up for yet. Need some further testing. But Tom, if you would do me the absolute favor of heading into your D&D Beyond character sheet and going to the equipment tab and editing your equipment, adding equipment.
Okay.
And if you would like to add Mind Carapace Armor.
Mind. Of which variety?
What armor did you have before?
Good question. Scale mail.
Okay.
So that's medium armor. It's all heavy armor. Oh no.
It's okay, it works.
What do you think? Splint, ring mail, plate, or chain mail? That's all there is.
I mean, you had splint before, right?
Add scale.
Scale. Okay, sorry. So probably chainmail then.
All right, added. What does it do?
Have a look. So have a little peruse of that.
Taking a look now.
So again, this is material that the I'm trying to remember what the creature was called. So, Carl, do you remember what they were called? The giant kin.
Ooh. Wait, the ones that we fought in the first couple sessions?
Yeah.
Verbeeg?
Verbeeg, thank you. Yes. So, do you remember the female Verbeeg mentioned seeing some kind of fireball in the sky, and on investigating it had found these presents for her boyfriend, who you had just killed. Oh no, you killed him later. Sorry. Still watching Josh's
how's
eyes.
The new upgrade field. Yeah, I know. If you like it or not, it kind of looks a little scared, a little concerned.
I think it's like when somebody's really enjoying the food and they're like not talking. You know?
Oh well, I had a couple
Yeah.
of things. I had a couple of things to figure out because it threw things into confusion. Yeah, it's very very interesting.
Well, it says in the comments on the item there might be a bug with it.
Oh, the bug is that it's technically heavy armor, and I'm not proficient with heavy armor, so I had to.
Add the proficiency.
Yeah, I had to finagle it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, Ton has new armor.
What does it look like? This new metal or whatever.
It's s- just fairly regular, to be honest. It's just these these sheets of metal. They have this strange kind of sheen to them, which Tom didn't really have before. It was very, it had kind of like a very matte finish on the metal that he had before. But there is a bit more of a sheen to these ones. But yeah, it seems like whatever it was originally metal, from whatever source it's come from.
Okay. Yeah.
So, shiny tall.
Yeah,
Yes.
hopefully it aids in our adventures ahead.
I quite believe it will. I feel quite good.
All right. So, my dear friends, you, excuse everyone while the map is trying to figure itself out. You are in good mead there, and so the new day comes, and you are heading to the southwest towards Dugan's Hall once more. So is the plan just to follow Mame's advice and head in the direction that she suggests?
I think so, yeah.
Probably, not really caring so much anymore about getting the leech thing removed. I'd still, I'd go talk to Mame and see if she wants to make that a priority. Mockingbird would definitely not mind getting it done, but it's no longer like the highest thing on his checklist anymore.
Mame says like, but Mockingbird, wasn't the plan to see our physician friends and have our appointment and then be able to move on? She's like struggling how to say this without alerting.
Yeah. I mean, we're already this far south. Why not go this last leg of the journey and go see your fine Hippocratic friends? Am I using that term right, so y'all? I don't think I am.
Not quite, but it works.
I don't even
guess.
remember biology class if I even took that. So.
Oh,
Also the wrong class, but okay.
Tolan is
Anatomy.
Tolan's walking and he hands Soyala a wand, and I don't think I need this right now. Could you use
Are you
it?
giving away more things?
Yeah, I don't quite need this anymore. With my armor, I feel quite full up on magic items at the moment.
Is this the web one?
This is the wand of web.
Sure, I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah, so
I'm sure I can find a use for it.
the item is wand of web. It has all of its charges right now.
Hey, the map's now.
Okay.
Welcome, map. Now, yes, for those joining us today, thank you for coming on by. Mockingbird and Mame have a symbiotic parasite lodged in the base of their skull, which connects them with the hag that created them and implanted them with this extra little friendo, and gave them the ability to speak telepathically and to use deep speech as well. But they are wanting to get rid of these nasty little bugs so that they can approach the hag's lair without her realizing what's happening. So the plan at the moment is to head to the southwest of Dugan's Hole into the mountains towards the main trail to the south, which is where Mame got lost in a blizzard in the mountains and was taken in by a very friendly family of Yetis who looked after her for several years, and she actually picked up their language while she was there. Arr, 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 arr. Sabrina does it better than I do, but she has a better accent than me, and they are planning to go down in that direction because what's the word I'm looking for? A soothsayer, a dwarf with the gift of the sight, told them that if they head in that direction, they would be able to deal with these parasites, and then have the advantage that they need to deal with the hag of Lachdenashir. So, is that where we're headed? Everyone okay? Excellent,
Yep.
excellent.
I
Okay,
believe so.
then let me summon the six-pack. That's their
I'm gonna go on record though. If these parasites existed in real life and I got Japanese fluency, but at the cost of an old lady seeing everything I did, I'd have to seriously think about it. That is a hell of an upgrade.
I'd probably take it.
Like N1, just like
Yeah.
that. Oof.
All right, so with the six-pack, your beer named sled dogs, you slide off out of the town of Goodmead, wishing everyone a fond farewell, and your contact Tom promises to make sure that the campaign keeps going well in your absence, and the brewmaster there, the strangely slow-spoken tiefling that freaked everyone out last week. Is they okay? It's like, yeah, just talk like that. It's okay. We'll continue brewing this mead and fulfilling all of your new orders that you have brought in. And you head off into the wilderness once more, passing through Dugan's Hall, pausing briefly to have a hot drink and warm yourselves up, but not sticking around too long before you head on further southwest towards the mountains where Mame remembered coming down out of the mountains when she first found Dugan's Hall a couple of months ago. And let us have a little look here, shall we? Da-ba-da-ba-da. I need, let's see, Soyala, could you do me the favor of rolling,
Okay.
rolling, roll hard, a D8. If you'd be so kind.
Just one?
Just the one, please.
Okay, a 6.
A 6. Thank you. Now, let's have a look here. Okay. Tom, please roll me 2 d20. Roll them one after the other and tell me the first and the second number, please.
Oh, 1.
Okay. Followed by?
Another 1.
Oh boy.
Snake eyes.
I
Okay.
like where this is going.
And
Hey, you got him out of the way now.
You know, what are the odds of me rolling 3 1s in a row?
Mockingbird, if you could do me the same,
2 D20s.
please. One after the other.
Oh boy, my first roll. Where are my dice?
Oh, it's his phone.
That is a 20 and a 5.
All right.
You say another 20.
I was gonna lose it.
1-1 in 2020.
Sadly, no.
Okay. Thank you. as you are traveling further and further to the south here, you end up approaching those mountains. And as you do, you, Mockingbird, and quickly checking with Mame telepathically, you also realize that Mame has the same experience. You start to hear something in your mind, repeated over and over again. It starts out very faint, and you kind of think you're imagining it at first, but then as you travel further south, it gets stronger, slightly, ever so slightly, as you keep moving. And
Is it another voice, like when we ran into the ranger?
It's in deep speech.
Oh, good. Good.
And repeating over and over, you and Mame here. Nautiloid down. Emergency protocols enabled. Crew safe, but vessel imperiled. Psi crystal needed. Come at once. Nautiloid down. Emergency protocols enabled. Crew safe, but vessel imperiled. Psi crystal needed. Come at once.
Immediately
Again,
hearing a
again.
word that I've never heard before, I'm going to turn to Tone. Tone?
Oh, yes?
What's a nautiloid?
Have I ever heard of a nautiloid?
No.
Well, oid. I studied oid. It's an ending for an organism. It's some sort of organism. However,
Mame,
I have no
are
idea.
you hearing that as well?
Yes, I am. I don't like it.
Alright, it sounds like there's some sort of
Hearing what?
some sort of distress call? Somebody's shouting in my head.
I was gonna say I don't hear anything.
No, they're being quite rude. It's in my brain frequency. There's not a lot going in there, so it kind of just echoes constantly. It says something about a crash, and they need a crystal, and it's just repeating ad nauseum. And I taste iron. Should we avoid it?
I wouldn't even know where to look. I mean, I'm gonna take a look around as I'm kind of manning the one sled.
Frankly, it sounds fascinating.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of curious now too. I want. If Tom
Do
doesn't
we
know what
see
it is.
anything?
Give me a perception check.
14.
14. Nothing, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
Does
is
it
that
sound
like a deep
louder
check?
in any direction?
Hmm.
Mockingbird? It's slowly getting stronger as you travel, but very gradually, almost imperceptibly.
I think it's getting stronger, and I think that means we're getting closer. Maybe just keep your eyes on the sky in case anything's burning. I don't know what this thing is, but it doesn't sound normal. Huh.
I would guess not if it's coming through your own head.
Yeah,
Not to the
normally
rest of us.
normally I don't take solicitors like this, but this one is particularly strong. I would just kind of try to like differentiate. If I like point my head in a certain direction, does it get stronger, or is it
No.
only where I am?
Whoa.
Yeah. Like sonar.
You seem to be heading in the right direction. It's just getting stronger, but no, you can't turn and feel that. It's more of a geographical movement.
Well, let's just keep going then.
Tone, you're muted.
I said, oh, no, it's such a strange name. I'm quite curious to see what this is.
What kind of crystal they
Yeah.
want?
Yeah. Crystal?
Indeed. So, you continue down into the mountains. You're on the map at the moment, right?
Yes.
Are we on the map?
Yes, you
Or,
are, right?
Like, I don't see an icon anywhere.
No, sorry, no. Just
Okay.
you've come south from Dugan's Hall, so you're kind of down here. Okay, so you've come round the bottom of the Red Waters, and you're now kind of forging that river. And the strange signal kind of guides you towards that forest there, and Mame yells out that the 10 trail, the main road through the mountains, is nearby, and is over kind of in that direction. But your path isn't going towards the west; it's almost heading right south there. So you're kind of here,
Okay.
and you curl your way around through those trees here, and end up in this horseshoe, almost like Mount Bandai looking mountain here, just in this in the valley there. And allow me to read something to you. As your dog sleds slide round the shoulder of the mountains, out of the trees into this valley here, you become aware of an eerie glow that betrays a monstrous outline. The monstrous outline of something stupendously big and very ominous looking. It looks like a cephalopod from the ocean, right? It looks like a cephalopod, and it has these large, slimy, ropey tentacles as thick as tree trunks. And it looks like it's tried and failed to bury its immense bulk into the snow.
I assume that's what a nautiloid is.
Yeah, that Huh. And at this point, I assume it's just screaming in our heads. Is there any off switch for this, or is it just?
It's not.
Am I like screaming over them like I have like earphones?
No,
on?
it's not painful, but
Okay.
it is loud. Yeah. So.
This is it. Do I mean we check it out, right? Do we want to keep the dogs a safe distance?
Being from Gauntlgrim, do I have any indication of its origin?
No.
Okay.
No,
well, I
they
think we
wouldn't know
should
this
investigate.
part of their culture. Now, sorry, everyone, can you give me a shout for your dark vision, please?
Yeah. What is my definition now that I'm off?
Eat.
Mockingbird? Sorry, say Anna once more.
60 feet.
60
The same.
feet.
Dark.
Okay,
Yeah, dark
thank you.
vision. I think that's the norm.
It's common. Yeah. 60 feet. Thank you. Let's do that. Boop. Just get our tokens sorted here, everyone. Just bear with us a second.
And Mockingbird, your dark vision.
Noctua Mick, thank you so much for the follow.
Sorry, was muted. 60 feet as well.
Eerie glow. 60. Thank you, sir.
60.
Let me get this token. I don't know. I thought these sold tokens all had it sorted already. Sorry, I'm not sure why they do not. Excuse me.
From the goggles I gave you, yes.
Yeah, right. Da-da-da. Night vision. 60 feet. Dimming. 0 there. Boom. All right. Thank you. Okay. So, everyone. You are... Okay. Over here. Sorry, everybody. Thank you for bearing with us a second there. Boop. As I bring our friends to this new neck of the woods. Ta-da. Hi.
Oh boy. Those are big tentacles.
Ignore the massive ice compass in the sky.
Oh, well, that's quite strange. It's pointing north, at least.
It is.
Is this massive thing still moving, or as we get closer, as we get this close, do we see any movement from inside or around it, or?
Well, I need to actually do you a justice. You are not that small. There you go.
I was wondering how big this
Yeah.
thing was. Still quite big, but
There you go. So, sorry, say again there, Tom? That's right,
I was just curious if the ship, the tentacles and all that stuff was they're still moving, or if we saw any movement as we approached.
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, I'm good at those. That is a 2.
Okay, doke.
Would you
no,
like my
same
modifier?
symbol. Tentacles. Sorry, everyone back home. Let me give you proper view here. Rawr. Tentacles.
Well, Tom's been keeping a pretty good eye on that as well. Can I make a roll on that?
Yes, please.
Not any better. I got a 5.
Noted. It's okay. Your passive perception is also in play here.
Okay.
So, yes. Do you wish to approach? Where?
Cautiously and around, away from the tentacles.
Yeah, where
yes.
the curved barrier there. That's where the side of this strange kind of shell-like exterior is.
I would have. Oh, sorry. It's not light anymore, is it? Because we left after the lanterns had been turned.
yeah, it's dark again.
Yeah, I
It's
would
actually-
approach very cautiously, even stealthily, with the wait. Okay, so
Go halfway.
Just a moment here. Let's do that. And should be not daylight. There we go. Does that work?
Ooh.
Does that dim
Made it
things down a
little
bit?
darker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Tom is cautiously approaching on the outside here.
Okay. Look.
I would probably, just to give you a headache, John, go the other way.
No problem.
Actually, wait, no.
Be my guest.
Looks like the map doesn't really support that. You know what? I'm gonna save you the headache and go with this way.
All right. So,
Um,
as you start to move towards these tentacles and the edge of the ship, you can see, like I say, it's buried quite far into the ground here, and you can see, like, behind it, as you get closer and your dark vision reveals, there's a large trench covered in snow, but it's very clearly this large trench where this thing has skidded across the ground and dug this huge furrow as it has buried itself into the valley side here. And as you start to approach, you, Tom, and Soyala are not surprised. Mame isn't either, but I'm afraid Mockingbird, with your slightly pathetic passive perception, you are surprised when two strange creatures burst up out of the snow and come charging towards you. These two.
For what it's worth, I was trying to stealth beforehand. Is that possible?
Please, yeah.
Okay, because I rolled with advantage because of the cloak, and I got a 29. Oh, goodness lord.
I hate it.
Okay.
Helm's name.
So yeah, I think Mockingbird, you'd have to be kind of ducked down behind the tentacles because there's no other like cover here.
Well, it says like it shifts color to hide me.
Okay, so you're kind of in the snow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, as the clothes color shifts to
It's
camouflage.
yeah. The Puafui is like a cloak of elven kind, but
Nice.
it's night only.
Okay, so
Fantasy ghillie suit.
these two creatures, they're strange chitinous plates and strangely kind of undulating forms just lunging up out of the snow come charging towards you. So I need some initiative, my fine friends.
Oh, there's the other one. I was gonna say creatures plural. Where's the?
Yes, there are two. Yes.
Yeah, the other one's hiding in the back.
As these two carrion crawlers come charging towards you.
Kidoi. I'm sorry, I'm not playing someone that can speak
Draconic.
Draconic.
Look at these things. Rawr.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
gross.
All right. So
Are these aberrations now? Interesting.
let's do that. Okay. How are we doing there? Mame. Where is she? Open a new tab. Oh, very fast, Mame. Nice. 23. Mockingbird's faster, of course. As is appropriate.
Can I ask if the right side of the map is black for anyone else? I can't see
Yes.
Yeah.
a couple of shades past that. Okay.
Yeah, you can't see. It just goes around the side of the ship. Sorry, it's the the ship has multiple layers, and the other layers are in there.
Ah, I see.
Okay, so yes, these things come surging up out of the snow and writhing towards you. I'm afraid, Mockingbird, despite your rather fantastic initiative there, you are surprised this first round. So, we skip to Mame. Apologies.
No problem.
Let's just make sure that Mame's had a long rest as well.
Also, Tone, what is your dex? Because we're both 8s.
You always tie with someone, Soyala.
I know!
I'm at 11. My dex is not good.
Oh,
I'm a +2.
thank you, Alicia. Soyala, you have advantage.
Oh, you get it.
Okay.
Boom. I'm using these little crystals to do our advantage here. We put that up there by your name. So yeah, dear folks, if you're wanting to award advantage to any of our fine players here, just give a quick check if they've got a little crystal spinning up there by them. That means they already have advantage. And once that is gone, you feel free to help them. Please do. But only one at a time, I'm afraid. Let me just get this sorted here. Soyala. Ooh, no. All right. Thank you, everyone. So, moving on, and Soyala, yes, you have advantage if you want to keep that. So, just designate that you're using that when you want to roll, and we shall get that sorted. Now, where am I at? Sorry, got distracted. And Mame, yes, Mame. What do you think Mame will be doing here? Just with her longbow, right?
Yep.
That makes sense. So she quickly reaches over her back, draws the longbow off from her shoulder, and pulls back, creating the eldritch energy as it crackles and goes crackling through the air towards these hideous creatures. And she gets a 21. That'll hit. And 8 piercing damage. I think she'll go for this one that's down bottom left. And just make sure we haven't got any little things like that. No, okay. So she quickly unleashes an arrow at the one in the southwest there, and the arrow just goes streaking through the air, lighting up the scene somewhat more, and thuds into the side of this creature before disappearing. And she has 2 attacks, so she will do that again. Oop. Next one is 25. So hits again for 7 damage. So 2 of these arrows go thudding into this creature's side, and it just goes just howl of pain as she's like, "Stay back, Cyrilla, watch out!" And it's the despite them having an initiative of 9, they're next. Like there's like 26,
Yeah, there was
23.
Yep. 23, 9.
Any takers? Any takers? Nope. Okay. So these creatures come surging forward. This one's going to go for you, Tom. Hello. Rawr. And this one will go for you too. Rawr.
Just imagine all their little legs just.
Yeah, right. Just comes scurrying. And
Ugh.
that one came up and over the tentacles. It's like just coming towards you. And they attack. First one's going to attack you, Tom. Let's see here. Lashes out to you with these tentacles on its mouth, around its mandibles, and gets only a 10.
Well, that'll miss.
It will indeed. And then tries to bite you. A 7. Now the other one lashes out with its tentacles towards Soyala. 19.
Yep, that's my AC.
Okay, so that is 6 poison damage. And oh, natural Pengu! Thank you so much. I hate those fake Pengus. Natural Pengu all the way. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. We are in the mountains of Icewind Dale, investigating a strange, crashed, tentacled thing. But these carrion crawlers have surged up out of the snow and are attacking all of these nasty creatures. So that's not a way to say, my players. They're attacking these lovely creatures. Hey, we see some dag raids. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, so can I have a Constitution saving throw, please, Soyala? As these tentacles lash you. Waka, thank you.
Ooh, 6.
Oh dear. Okay, I'm afraid you are poisoned.
Am I able to use advantage on that or no? I have to call it before.
You have to call it before, I'm afraid. Yes, it helps to do it. Thank you, Islins. Now, bad news. You are poisoned, and Mercury Hunter, thank you so much. You are also paralyzed as you feel this poison seep into your skin through the wounds that these tentacles lashed across you, and you freeze up, and it goes to bite you with the advantage because you're paralyzed. 17.
No.
Oh, okay. You're stuck, powerless to move, and you just see it. It's more just slowly opening up towards you, but it just tries to chomp through your armor and just cannot break through it. Not seemingly noticing what's the situation there, and you are saved from that particular nastiness. But that is, so yeah, 6 poison damage, and you are poisoned. I'm afraid. Poisoned and paralyzed. So
Paralyzed,
let me, yeah. So let's put this on you here, and where's the paralyzed one? Let's use this. Okay. So let's zoom in here, good folks back home, so you get a good view what's going on. All right. So yes, these nasty carrion crawlers come, and yes, poisoned and paralyzed. I know, Daff, right? Nasty stuff, nasty stuff. Okay. Oh, Games Tavern. Good to see you, mate. Hey, how you doing? Sorry, I missed you there. All right. So, next up is Toln Grimbrew.
Toln, the Grim Brew, is going to run in this direction.
Okay, so attack of opportunity.
Mhm.
That That gets a natural 20. Okay, as you turn and run, you just see these tentacles just crash into the back of you, into your new armor, shiny new armor, and you take 5 poison damage.
I think I heard 2 poison damage.
Nice. Okay, so that's down to 2, and can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Okay, is it against poison?
It is.
I get advantage.
Nice.
It's a 13. It's a 16.
Okay, you are not paralyzed. Huzzah!
Basically nothing. And so
yeah, for a natural 20, that was very nice.
Ton will reach out and touch Soyala, and the same glowing hand from the spray reaches out over her and envelops her as paralyzed goes away.
What are you casting?
Lesser restoration.
Nice.
Cures.
With the poison also, or no?
And is it because
It's
just one
only
effect?
one.
Yeah.
It's only one effect, paralyzed
okay.
or poisoned.
Got
So I'm
it.
gonna get rid of paralyzed.
Paralyzed,
So
yeah.
you're gonna have a turn.
Okay, look. That's good because it is Soyala next.
All right.
Mockingbird, you're on deck, mate.
Yeah. So, I'll get like kind of. I guess I was stuck with a poison, and that's what kind of paralyzed as well.
Yes,
and
yes, that's right.
now I'm kind of like being unstiff. So not stiff anymore. Okay. Well, thank you, Tone. I'm gonna go ahead and these things mean business. So I'm going to cast spiritual weapon
Okay, look.
behind it. I guess.
Boom sword. Gotta practice
Yeah.
that.
It's ready, man.
Boom sword is ready. Okay.
Okay. So then, yeah, and then as
I found it. Sorry.
Oh.
I found the one that we had before. There it is. Where are you casting that?
right behind it.
Down here. Okay.
Yes. And I can't remember. Do I? It's a bonus action on your turn, but it's a bonus action to cast it. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you reach out and this air shimmers behind the creature and this very nasty surgical-looking bone saw just appears in the air. Go for it.
And then, yeah, I'll just do a sacred. I'll try a sacred flame. I think.
Okay.
Oh, it's a dex saving throw, so no disadvantage. As my standard.
Okay. So attack Sacred Flame on them.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, dex save from me.
DC 16. Yep.
Okay, doke. That is gonna be only
Or
15,
7.
so close.
7 radiant.
Okay, so yes, you cast your flame and bursts of energy crash against the creature. Okay, thank you.
And poison is at end of my turn.
You get to make another save, yes.
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw, please.
14.
You pass. That's enough.
Okay. Woo.
Nicely done. Alright, so the creatures are writhing in pain as this radiant energy bursts across them, and this, you're gonna make an attack with your spiritual weapon as well, right?
I don't think so. Just casting it out.
No, I think it does attack as soon as you cast it.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
I was trying to read it really quick because I had other plans and
No
then
problem,
that
no problem.
changed. When you cast, you can make a melee spell attack. Okay. Then does a 19 hit
It does.
for 10 force damage.
Alright. So yes, this bone saw just slashes across the back of the creature, cutting. You know how almost like marshmallow when you cut it, just kind of like opens like this kind of almost like
I don't want you to describe it like that when we're fighting this bug thing.
sorry. Okay, 10 you said, right?
Yeah, 10.
Okay. This thing is bloodied already. This all these attacks crash into it. Okay, now let me quickly do one thing. Just a couple of things to sort here. Excuse me, everybody. Oh, right. Da, da, da. Okay, so as we get to the end of the round there, as you're fighting these strange creatures, and they're attacking you, and they're coming lunging up out of the snow under these tentacles, almost looking as if the tentacles are shifted first, but then becoming these hideous creatures. Mockingbird, you feel fairly confident, although you are shocked by the sudden appearance of these things, that you are out of sight. But in your kind of relative calm in the back of the conflicts there, you cannot help but move and shift a little bit as you hear a piercing kind of eagle-like cry, but also with a strange kind of hoarse kind of roar in the back of it as there's this from up above you. And hurtling down from the sky above, out of the snow and the clouds. Thank you for rolling this and helping make this encounter just a little bit more interesting. You see two bizarre creatures, looking like eagles for the most part, but their heads look like deer, but with horrible sharp teeth protruding from their mouths, and a pair of jagged, nasty-looking antlers on top of their heads, as two periton that were nesting nearby come barreling out of the sky towards you. Look at these lovely things.
Make eyes.
So let's do that there. And yes, these two periton come soaring out of the sky to attack. And one is going for you. It just for a moment there, Mockingbird, you're terrified as it comes swooping down towards you, but it does not seem to have seen you as it swoops over you towards Tom there. And the other one goes for Mame.
We're the targets today.
Apparently. And yes, yeah, they're great, definitely. So they come swooping down out of the sky. And let's see here. Okay, so it goes for you, Tom, with its antlers.
These things are ridiculous.
Only a 13. So that misses, right?
Tink.
Okay. But also rakes at you with its talons. 15?
No.
Ooh, okay. So it's just like batting its wings, and the snow's being blown up around you as you're trying to fend it off, and its claws are just scraping across this new strange armor of yours.
Talon's like, normally that would have hit. This is nice stuff.
Okay, and the other one's going for Mame, so let me just get her sorted here. 13 armor and 35 there. Okay, so yeah, it just comes swooping down towards her and hits. That is 6 piercing, but because it dived from the skies above, it gets an extra 6 to that as well. So that's 12 piercing damage as this thing just comes swooping down and its antlers pierce into Mame's side, and she cries out. She's like, Axe Beaks, Peritons, I hate all of them. Why is everything else with feathers so horrible? And it also rakes it with the talons and hits as well for 8 piercing. Mummy. If I kill Mame, she's going to think I did it on purpose because she missed a second session. For the record, let me get this on video here. I'm not doing this on purpose. Okay, so these two things swoop down and attack you, and then swoop back up into the sky above.
Does
They
that
are-
proc opportunity attacks?
It does not, I'm afraid.
Darn developers thought of everything.
Yes, these creatures have the, let me double check the name here, the flyby. They do not provoke opportunity attacks when they fly out of enemy reach. So they swoop back up 30 feet into the sky once more. Oop. So each of the numbers on those wings is 5 feet. Okay, and Mockingbirds, you are hidden.
Okay, well, because he's hidden and because of all the chaos, none of you have to witness Mockingbird Naruto running behind this worm over here. And that is 6 right there. And he's gonna do the classic, what we've coined the Beyblade strategy. So, short sword first.
Oh, I call it the blender.
That is a nat 20.
Natural 20, if you got a fly,
Yeah.
folks.
All right, cool.
Nicely
So
done.
that is... Oh. Okay, that's... That is 9, 18... No, the modifier doesn't get crit, so that is 14. And then...
Sneak attack.
14. What's that? Yeah, plus the 10 at the end. So that's 24 damage with
Nice.
the short sword.
Excellent.
And then Yeehaw with the dagger. That is a 16 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, cool.
Just a straight dice.
Yep. That is a 4.
4, okay.
Plus the modifier at the end. No, it's just not sneak attack. No, it is just the raw dice.
It's the offhand attack, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So
cool.
4.
So then
Okay, but
4 with the
those,
dagger.
yeah, you just come spinning round as the Puafwe cape, like masks your presence against the snow, and you spring up much as they did and slash out with your short sword and your dagger, cutting horribly across the back of this thing, like just a big old chunk of kamaboko, and you cut it open and already bloody in that one attack. It is bloodied.
I would like to put a stack of a booming blade on that as well.
Okay, so that's if it moves, right?
That's if it moves away from me.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Mame will shout to you, Soyala. He's like, give it a smash with that new toy of yours. I'm gonna try and get this thing. And she reaches up at the sky, pulls her bow back, and looses an arrow up at the Periton that's hovering dangerously above, looking hungrily down at you all. And she fires 2 arrows. Let's see here. 1 is a hit, and the second one also a hit. So that is 4. Oh, snake eyes on the damage. 8 piercing damage. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so yes, her arrows just go streaking up through the air like flares going off, maybe to enhance this this SOS beacon that's going off as these arrows into the feathered downy chest of this horrible creature, and it squawks and growls in fear and pain, but looks down angrily at you all. Then the carrion crawlers, this one is just going to spin on you, Mockingbird. Just feeling that pain in its back, it just writhes around on the spot, its legs thrashing in the air, and it goes for you with the tentacles and the mandibles clashing towards your roguish form as it goes, whoop. Oh, only an 11.
I'm good.
And then tries to bite you. 23.
Oh, can I even shield that? Good lord. I cannot. Okay, I'm just gonna take that damage.
Okay, 6 piercing. Not terrible.
It's Alaskan bullworm.
doesn't hit quite as hard as I thought.
And the other one is going to go for... It's not fairly mindless creature, so it's not picking its targets too fancily. It's going for Mame.
Oh no, not Mame.
Hits with the tentacles. So Yala, roll me a d20 if you would.
That is a 2.
Oh no. Okay, so Mame is paralyzed and poisoned.
I should have been like, look at me, look at me.
Boom. And boom. Also looking rather bloodied, my dear friends. Let me put that on her as well. As this creature just lashes out and wraps the tentacles around her, and she stiffens up, paralyzed in its grasp. The second attack, the bite, also going for Mame. How many HP has she got left? Okay. Chomp. That hits. Okay. You see it just... So yeah, you get this horrifying image. It just wraps its tentacles around Mame, and she freezes up, unable to move, and looks terribly pained as the poison racks her body. And then you just see its open, circular mouth with all the teeth around the circumference, gnashing and writhing towards her, and it just starts to bite into her chest, and is feasting on this delectable prey.
She's still up.
She is.
Okay.
And Tom Grimber.
Seeing that,
For the university!
all things being equal, we're gonna firebolt it.
Which one? The carrion crawler?
The carrion crawler that's munching on Mame.
Gotcha. Edamame.
18.
18 hits.
Ooh, it's gonna be 21 damage.
Oh, tell me what happens. How bad does it smell?
It smells terrible. I can tell you that right away. Tom sees it biting into Mame, and he's like, oh no on that, and shoots a bolt out of his hand, and it just goes right through its carapace and out the other end, and it's this burning hole
So-
as it...
So, Ella?
Yeah, I get front row seats to
Yeah,
that.
you're uninjured, but some of your fur is slightly singed. So it's just this flame just comes blasting past you into the creature, and it just rises up, and it's just trying to react, and then just as you say, the energy just bursts through it, and Mockingbird, you see this burst of flame just gout out the back of it, and it writhes up and lashes around in the air, its tentacles flailing, releasing Mame, and then crashes into the snow. Another lifeless tentacle.
And he will step this way and join the party.
Okie doke. Next, Soyana.
Okay, so she's still up. I'm going to pass on the favor. Tone got me with a lesser restoration. I'm gonna get her with one as well on the
Okay.
arrow resistance.
So remove the paralyzed.
Yep.
Nice.
So that's my action, and then bonus action, I'm gonna move the bone saw over. It can move 20 feet.
saw.
I'm gonna
Yep.
move it next to the carrion crawler to the right.
Okie doke.
Take a hit.
And attack.
26.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
6
6
force
damage.
damage. Yeah. Nice.
And that's all.
Okay, so yeah, your bone saw goes just scything through the air and big slash across the creature. Mockingbird, you duck out of the way as this evil-looking medical implement comes flying through the air. All right, thank you. And then, with a cry, oh, final traumatic, thank you for returning the raid. It was a pleasure to find you, and thank you for jumping into the Discord and everything as well. Ginarts, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, raiders. We are fighting on the snowy wastes of Icewind Dale in front of the tentacles of a crushed Nautiloid ship as carrion crawlers and peritons have come charging out of the sky and the snow relatively to attack all of these fine folks here. Let us send a little bit of hype your way. And thank you. It's wonderful to see you all here. Now, my turn. I have advantage. And the Periton to the west there sees this motionless, paralyzed, oh no, not paralyzed anymore, but still groggily and unprepared for the attack that comes hurtling out of the skies above as it comes down towards Mame. And let me just double check I've got everything here. Okay, so yes, it comes barreling down out of the sky and just smashes into Mame with those antlers on its forehead, wanting to tear her chest open. And Peritons, I think, Soyala, you probably would know with your knowledge of nature, and Mame certainly knows, but she's not able to shout out at the moment. The Peritons wish for nothing more than to eat the heart out of creatures that they slay. So it is going just trying to slash open her chest and attack her that way. So it goes for her with the antlers as it plummets out of the sky. Gets a 15, which is enough. And gores for 11 piercing damage, which is enough to knock her out. As you see Mame moving, because the paralysis has been removed, but she just tumbles to the side as these antlers slash open her chest, and she falls to the snow, and her eyes close. And hang on, let me get this right here.
Is that only one attack?
Thanks, Buito. That's its first attack, yes.
Okay.
And it's
I was debating about whether healing or not, but I was like, I'm gonna try. I didn't know how much.
I mean, we
She
are
had
going to
left.
the doctors, right?
Yeah. Because I was like, if I heal her, she's just gonna go possibly down again.
It's always a tough choice when you're in the ER,
Yeah.
being frontline cleric.
okay. So the Periton, satisfied with tearing the gallus open and sending it crashing to the snow, flaps over, beating its wings towards you, Soyala. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm kind of like also trying to get its attention too. Like, hey, you leave her alone.
It wants a nice undisturbed meal. So I'm just gonna put Mame over there for a second, and it just comes to you and just lashes out with its claws at you. Rawr. 18?
No.
No? Jesus.
19. Yeah.
Okay.
Finally, something doesn't hit.
I should have. That. Oh, actually, I need to hide my advantage as I've used that. Okay. So, let me just make sure I haven't any there. Mame, no! Final traumatic. I know, we nearly had a very traumatic moment there. Traumatic. As it does try, rakes across your armor and unable to attack you, and then beats those
Get my
wings
shield up. Yeah.
whoosh, whoosh, up into the air above again. And Talon, you're looking worried at Mame. She's like, oh no, what? Ah, poor Mame. And then there's a whoosh of air behind you as the Periton there comes swooping down from the sky towards you and goes through with its antlers. 19?
Yep.
Okay, that is 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
as it crashes into you and then rakes at you with its talons. Natural one. Doesn't manage to get through the armor and then beats those wings again and whoosh, whoosh, whoosh up to the sky above, 30 feet up. And Mockingbird, your turn.
Okay. Yep. All right. I'm gonna have to tear my side away from what's going on over there and continue. Don't fix what isn't broken. So let's Beyblade again.
Okay.
And short sword first. Oh, that is a 16 again.
That hits.
Cool.
And you get sneak attack because you're swashbuckler.
Yep.
Welcome in, everyone. Sorry, I was a bit distracted before. Thank you for raiding. It's awesome to have you here.
Okay. Not terrible so far. So that is 11 base damage. Yes, 11 base damage. Sneak attack. Oh my god, okay. 23 in total.
Total of 23? Tell me what happens.
Cool, okay. I'd like to think fueled partly because my fellow bird of prey has gone down. I will just very quickly want to get this thing kind of cut up. And we'll do precisely that. Just a couple very precise cuts, kind of trying to go as deep as I can, just ridged along its very long hide until it just falls limp.
Okay, I like to think you run up its length. Just like run up it, just dragging the
I was
long
thinking
sword.
kind of like a Legolas type thing, right?
Yeah. And then it just like crunches down into the snow, and you just leap off the head and land nimbly there.
And just to do that, we'll just hop over here, and then with the last bit, I will throw my dagger as a bonus action towards
Noted.
the one right over here.
Gotcha.
I don't think I can get there. That is a 21, 22 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. And just a flat roll. 3 damage.
3, okay. So, yes, you fling out your arm and the dagger just flashes out from your fingertips and up towards the bird, grazing across its leg and causing it some damage there. Thank you. And
Take that dagger.
Tulm,
There it is.
roll me a straight d20, please.
We'll roll it. It's not gonna matter. 9.
9, that is 1 failure for
Okay.
little mummy. She starts to bleed out in the snow. And then the carrion crawlers are dead. I said dead. Who did we lose? I think we lost somewhere else. What happened there? That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, the antlers aren't in there.
That's okay. Yeah. Okay. And it is your turn, Tom.
All right, Taln has advantage from a couple sessions ago since we didn't roll anything a couple games for a session.
Choo-choo.
So let's use it. Does a 19 hit?
No problem, Daph. A 19. What are you shooting at? With
we're
what?
hitting firebolt.
Yes, that does.
Okay.
Don't worry, Daph. Don't worry.
Not great damage.
I
8
have
damage.
disadvantage. 8 damage. Okay. So yes, the fire shoots up and scorches the creature.
Very important. That is a cantrip. So, I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
Nice. It has a bonus action time yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
for 6.
Cheers, Patch. 6. Okay.
Just a second. Actually, it's gonna go up to 10 because Alchemical Savant lets
Nice.
me put it up to 10.
All right. So, although prone and lying in the snow, Mame is back at 10 HP, and she coughs up blood and is lying there pathetically in the snow, looking very worse for wear, but alive and not bleeding out anymore as your healing magic suffuses through her. And Soyana, your turn.
And I'll be right back.
No worries, but we're about to finish.
Yeah,
I can
just
hold on.
making sure that she's really good. I'm gonna pump level 3 Cure Wounds.
Everyone, Everyone's
Don't need her
safe,
going
mummy.
down.
How'd you go?
So that is 24 healing.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, nearly back at full. So
Yeah,
you just...
well, I don't know who it's gonna hit next, and it has 2 attacks, so
It does. Okay, so yes.
yeah.
The
I guess I'll move my spiritual weapon next to me, but I can't really do much with them in the air.
you can send it up into the air. That's fine.
But they're 30, aren't they?
Yeah. What's the movement?
20.
Okay, so yeah, bring it to you, and then yeah, unfortunately, not in. You can start rising up there, so it's ready for next turn.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Now, as the healing magic suffuses Mummy's form and the glow subsides, and she coughs and opens her eyes weakly, she's like, "Thank you for the university," and she starts to push herself to her little chicken feet. We, my dear friends, will stop there for today, as we've gone over time already, and I have an interesting conversation that I need to have with someone in 10 minutes time, so I'm afraid, everyone, sorry to leave you mid-battle, but we are going to have to call it an evening there. A huge thank you to everyone that came by, and a massive thank you for our raiders. Thank you so much, Final Traumatic. Thank you so much, Natural Pengu. It was so good to have you all coming by with all of your fine folks. Thank you for all the follows as well. It was a pleasure to have you here. Look out for your Twitch whispers. I will be sending you an invite to our Discord, which is open to our followers, and you can jump on in there and chat with us and all of the other fine Phoenix followers that are in there. Now, do stick around and keep on enjoying the wonderful D&D that we have going on all through the week. We will be plunging down into the Underdark, then into the mists of Barovia, and down into the hot and fiery hells of Avernus later in the week. Please do check out our schedule on Twitch there to see when all of those are going down. Wednesday evening or Thursday morning, later on Thursday and Friday as well. Then on Saturday we will be over on Quest Junkies UK for the next... Hang on. Type and talk at the same time is difficult. Okay, we'll be over on Quest Junkies UK for our continuing Rodania campaign. Come and see me as a player, as well as the wonderful Marin and Michael from our channel here as cheer staff, as we enjoy the evil machinations of Patch Quest Junkies UK right there. Cheers, sir. Looking forward to it. And I will get that information to you that you need. And then that will bring us all the way back around to next week, when we will be back here in Icewind Dale. Now, everyone, do also, if you get the chance, give a look. If you are over in Australia or down in Australia, please do have a look at Cardboard Monster and use the promo code PhoenixyWacky for 15% off your order. If you are in Australia, please jump on that. A wonderful dealer of games and fun times for you to check out there. And they are looking after us and sponsoring us. That code is all good up until, as I said, the Antipodean All-Stars, which I was looking forward to talking to you a little bit about here, on July 10th in the morning here, the evening of July 9th in the US, and very late at night in the UK. Sorry about that, everyone in Europe. But we will have a very special episode and session of our one-shot roulette campaigns. And Soyala, I wanted you to hear this, and as I was checking with something with you before, as we will be joined by lots of Antipodean All-Stars, the wonderful folks from Dead Aussie Gamer, Dreaded GM, Tales of Pesh, Roll for Damage, as well as Rob and Ben from Viva the Dirt League will be joining us to play some Dungeons and Dragons together as we dive into our one-shot roulette world one more time. So, everyone, if you are able to swing on by for that, it's going to be an incredible game. Cheers, Strasny. I will hydrate. Thank you very much. So, stick around on the end screen. We will go raiding and send all of you fine folks onto someone else, and we shall see who's streaming once we say goodbye to everyone here. But, as I said, do check out the Discord if you're followers. We will be sending those invites over. And if you are so inclined, do drop by some other time this week, and we will look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. But until then, as we like to say around these parts, oyasumi nasai.
Oh, yes, me.
Bye.